Hey everyone, welcome to Chess with Samir. Without further ado, let's get straight into our next puzzle in the series that we have going. Here we have black to move and win in front of us. So what's the first thing we do? We're first gonna try to understand our opponent's threat or next move, basically, right? So what does white want to do in this position? I personally like to start off by counting the material first, real quick. So we can see black has 5 pawns, white has 4 pawns, black is up a pawn. Okay, 3 minor pieces, 2 knights and a bishop, 2 knights and a bishop, queen and a rook, everything else looks equal. Both kings are slightly vulnerable, okay, so keep that in mind. So what is white's next move? Maybe this check, possible. Can white take here? No, because our knight is guarding it. Can white give this check? No, our knight is here. What else can white do? Look at the position of this knight. It really wants to come here, right? But there's a knight here. This queen is also attacking this knight. So what if white were to take this knight? If black recaptures, white gives a check and then picks up the queen. That would seem like a legitimate threat, right? So if black were to make a bad move, let's say pawn to h6, queen takes knight check, takes, check, and white wins a piece. So that's not going to be good. So now that we know the threat, we have to do something about it. Or we have to create our own threat. We're going to look at checks, captures, and threats, right? So let's start off with the most forcing moves, which are checks. Let's get some checks in our calculation here. So what if we give this check? Queen takes pawn check. Any good? No. White's just going to take the queen back. No good. What about this check? Any good? Looks crazy, right? Of course it's not good. I'm just going to take the queen back. Notice, let's be a little bit more logical with our calculation here, right? If we were to calculate the checks, this knight wants to come here, potentially. This rook wants to come here. And these squares are guarded by the pawn, right? So what if we were to take the bishop and give a check? King has to take. Now pause the video here, if you'd like, and try to figure out the finish in that position. So queen takes bishop check, king takes queen. What can black do to finish the game? Okay. I'm sure you all have the answer by now. It's queen takes bishop, king takes, rook check, king cannot go here or here, right? So the only move is back, and this is checkmate. So once again, we first understand our opponent's threat, then we do checks, captures, and threats in our own calculation, right? We start with the checks. This check makes a lot of sense. We see quickly, and it's pretty straightforward here, that it's just leading to a forced checkmate in a couple moves. And that's the answer. Check, and knight f3 checkmate. Black wins. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next puzzle. Thank you. Bye-bye.